Welcome everyone, welcome to the SportPad with Eugine Tabamanganye, myself. Yeah, it's been a long journey. We've been waiting for this thing to come, but it's finally here. At last, the World Cup is here today. It's coming tomorrow. It's starting. It will be Russia and Saudi Arabia. Perhaps it's not something you're waiting for, maybe we are waiting for the real World Cup opener, which will be Portugal and Spain on Friday. Yeah. So welcome. Let's talk about the World Cup. This will be a vlog series which will be running throughout the entire World Cup. So I will be releasing at least one video per week. So there might be more, but they won't be less than one. So what is the World Cup? The World Cup, as we all know, it's a football tournament that lasts for a month. 32 nations are taking part. For that World Cup glory. And obviously, there's no one who has won it twice. Brazil have won it the most number of times, which is 5 times. So Germany will be chasing that record. If Germany wins it, they equal the Brazilian record. So yeah, it will be one that we are really looking forward to, particularly because the Germans are still strong. So last year, December, we saw the group stages, the group draw being done, and then we saw Russia and Russia being in Group A together with Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. So those are the groupings there. As you can see, in Group B we have Portugal and Spain. But what I can do now, let me talk you through who I think will be the group winners and who will be the second team in that group. So in Group A, I think Russia will be the second place behind Uruguay, because I believe that Egypt, although they are likely to do well, or they are likely to be the best African team, I think because of the Mohamed Salah injury that he suffered in the final of the Champions League, I think it will be difficult for them without him. As we saw in the last friendly when they played, I think Belgium, they lost 3-0 or something like that. They're not impressive without Mohamed Salah, and to play Uruguay with the likes of Suarez in that team, in the first game without Salah, I think it's going to be too much for them to handle. So yeah, Russia, if they beat Saudi Arabia tomorrow, I think for me they might as well progress. And Group B, I think there's no negotiations there. Spain and Portugal in that order. Spain first and Portugal second. Fortunately for Morocco, they won't be going through. Group C, I think France will be first, and then it will be a difficult one between Australia, Peru, and Denmark. But I think Peru will have the edge, because simply they went through the most difficult qualifying process of the three. It is dubbed as the most difficult, the South American qualifying process, and then they managed to qualify at the expense of Chile, who are the current defending champions of the Copa America. They won it twice, and they didn't make it into this World Cup because solely of the likes of Peru. So I think they have something to offer, and I don't think Denmark and Australia will be able to live up to their excellence. In Group D, I think Argentina going through. Messi, although they just managed to qualify, but I think in the World Cup they will come alive. And then Nigeria, Croatia, and Iceland. I think Iceland, because of what they did in the 2016 Euros, they will qualify through into this one. I don't think Nigeria will off. I think Nigeria will be the biggest disappointment when it comes to African teams, because we expect more from them, and unfortunately I think they will fail and brutally fail. They might even finish last, because although they have a good mixture of experience and youth. I think Iceland, just because of the experience they gathered in 2016 when they made it through to the quarterfinals of the Euro 2016, I think that will be significant for them, so that they make it through. In Group E, I think Brazil is going through, with Switzerland of Xherdan Shaqiri. I think he will be the catalyst in them making it through. Remember, he scored a hat-trick in the last World Cup, and I think he will be enough for them to beat Costa Rica and Serbia. Group F, Germany is going through, no questions asked. But Sweden, they are one team that we don't need to look away from, because Netherlands, they didn't make it through to this World Cup because of Sweden. They were in the same qualifying group with them. Sweden were second. They went on and played the playoffs against Italy, and then that's when they managed to knock Italy out. They prevented Italy from qualifying, and we all know that Italy, they rarely miss the World Cup, and because of Sweden, they did miss this World Cup. So I think that experience alone, Mexico and the Korea Republic will not be able to match. Plus, their defense is strong. Group G, it's Belgium and England. No questions asked in that order. Belgium, then England. Group H will be won by Colombia, and number 2 will be Senegal. I just had one African there, I'm breathing a sigh of relief, because Senegal will only be the only nation from Africa that will make it through. So as you can see, these are the ties that will have been made out of the group stages. Uruguay will have played Portugal in the last 16, and as you see there, I already put Uruguay to make it through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, solely because of the experience that they have. When it comes to the World Cup, they just come alive. And Portugal, although they have Cristiano Ronaldo, but their arsenal is not so strong as the ammunition that Uruguay have. The tie between France and Iceland, I think we saw this one in the quarterfinals of Euro 2016, when France made it through, when they beat them 5-2. And I think that will be the same case. And then Brazil and Sweden, I think Brazil will easily go through this one. Sweden, they do not offer so much when going forward, but they are strong in defense. Hence, I am seeing maybe 1-0 win to Brazil. Neymar there scoring a stunning free kick in the top corner that will leave most of you, amazed. The Belgium versus Senegal. Unfortunately for Africans, this will be the end of the road, because Belgium, they've got much more ammunition than I think many teams have. Brazil there. So Belgium will go through for against Senegal. Then going on to to the other tie between Spain and Russia. I think Spain will go through. Russia will have made it to the last 16. Getting that unwanted record of their hoodoo, that Bafana are having, of being the only host nation not to make it through to the last 16. But Spain will win this one. Then Argentina and Peru, South American derby. Argentina will go through, and then Germany will go through against Switzerland. And then between Colombia and England, although Colombia, they have the likes of James Rodriguez, Falcao, I think Kane and Dele Alli, they will be too strong to handle. Kane, Dele Alli, Sterling on the other side. You have the likes of Young. You have Rashford, who is one of the most amazing teenagers still playing the game today. So I think England will go through. Then this will be the quarterfinals that we have. Uruguay and France. I think France are going through simply because of, they have the likes of Pogba, Griezmann. The list is endless. Don't think I don't know them. the likes of Mbappe, the second most expensive footballer of all time. So I think they will be too hard to handle. Brazil will make it against Belgium. I just picked Brazil. They have the stars. Although Belgium have the stars, but they have more. Spain and Argentina. Spain for me. They beat them 6-1 the last time around. 6-1. Even if it's not 6 this time around, it can be 3. Unfortunately for Messi, he won't be able to stop them. They know how he plays. He plays with PK. He plays against Sergio Ramos. We know what Sergio Ramos does, So let's not go there. Otherwise, the Egyptians will cry. The next tie, I think Germany is going through for me. We all know when they get to the World Cup, Germany and England, the Germans always win. The semi-finals will put France and Brazil. 2006 World Cup quarterfinals in Germany, Brazil met France and they lost 1-0 to that Thierry Henry goal. The same will happen. Another stat for you. In 1998 final, these two met again. France won 3-0. Hence, I'm giving France a 3-2 victory in this one. And then France will proceed to the final. And then the game between Germany and Spain, I think the Germans will have much more firepower against the Spaniards, because the Spaniards they just know how to play one way, It's pass, pass, pass. Maybe set pieces, those headers from Sergio Ramos and PK, but other than that, they can't score an ugly goal. But the Germans, we know Semi Khedira can score ugly goals. Thomas Müller, he is a master of ugly goals. Timo Werner and everybody else. So Germany is going to the World Cup final for me, and the third and fourth playoff will be between Brazil and Spain. And I think Brazil will win for the mere fact that I mentioned in the last tie between Germany and Spain. They do not have enough match winners. So Brazil will be the third placed team. Then my World Cup winner, as you can guess, I think Pogba is taking this one. I think Griezmann is taking this one. And I think Mbappe and Olivier Giroud will hoist the World Cup trophy up high the July the 15th. So France will be my World Cup winners. So quickly before we go, I ran a poll on Twitter. I asked you, I think it was 3 polls I ran. So I asked you, the first one was on the 5th of June, as you can see there, who will win the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Many of you believe that Brazil will win it, followed by Germany. And surprisingly, none of you said France will win it. So I'm just the 1%. But it's good. It's good. If I win it, then I'll be able to brag. Other there, I think if you can put Argentina on other, you can put Spain on other, you can put England. There are a couple of teams that can share that 53%, and I think it will not be enough to catch Brazil as the overwhelming favorite. Which African team will perform the best? As you saw, my prediction was Senegal will make the last 16 and they will not proceed further. You believe Egypt. Well, I can also see where you're coming from. I also believe they can do well, but it also lies on how Russia will play against Saudi Arabia, and when will Mohamed Salah come back. If Mohamed Salah comes back before the last game, perhaps they have a chance. If not, then Egypt for me will be out. So Nigeria, you're having it as the second team that will do well. Remember, I picked Iceland to outdo them, so perhaps Nigeria can go through if what we expect from them, they deliver. The last poll that I ran was, who do you think will finish this year's World Cup as the top scorer? You had Lionel Messi as the 33%. That's too much. I don't believe Argentina will make it past the quarterfinals. Hence, I don't have Messi as my top scorer, but I have somebody like Antoine Griezmann as my top scorer of the World Cup, or maybe Timo Werner of Germany, or perhaps Thomas Müller. He has done it twice before. So I think maybe he can do it again and score perhaps 6 to 7 goals. But I have Antoine Griezmann scoring 9 goals in this World Cup. Mark my words, he will score 9 goals for me, Antoine Griezmann. Neymar, perhaps he can score around 4 or 5, but not more than 7 for me. Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, well, but Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, they do not score so many goals in the World Cups. History tells you. I think the last World Cup, Messi scored 3. Ronaldo also scored something like 1. Yeah, Ronaldo scored once. So yeah, that's the end of our vlog for this week before the World Cup. if you want to contact me, please let's have a chat. My number is there, 0715037054. You can catch me on WhatsApp. I'm there. And then my two emails is there. And also you can tweet me on at Eugene underscore Manganyi, or Facebook me on Eugene Tabang Manganyi. So let's enjoy the World Cup, guys. Let's really enjoy the World Cup. If you believe that I was wrong, France are not going to win it, maybe you have your own winner, just hit me up on one of those addresses that you see there on your screen. So yeah, from me, thank you so much for joining me. Let's meet again the next time around. Hopefully in the next 7 days I will give you a bonus video, or else next week I will give you I will do one that we will talk about the World Cup so far, when all the first matches would have been played so far. So yeah, from me, thank you so much for joining me. Let's meet